Oh! Oh! Hello everyone. It is mid-December. It's pretty chilly. Today I get to test ride something which a lot of people out there are talking about. It is the 2014 Bike of the Year. It's the 899 Panigale. So what I'm going to do today, in fact, is test ride the 899, which is this one here, as you can see. It is Ducati's sort of reasonable bike for those of us who don't want to go everywhere in a fireball. We just want to get to work sometimes. And I'm also going to be test riding this guy's dad, the 1199, in about an hour's time. So I'm going to jump on this. I've got it in wet mode at the moment. I want to take it a bit easy. The roads are a bit tricky, and I don't really want to wreck this bike, to be honest. But this is the first Super Sports Ducati that I've ridden, and this replaces the 848 Super Sports bike. And in doing so, it's 6 kilograms lighter. It's got a more powerful engine. It's it's possibly one of the prettiest things you've ever seen. It's absolutely gorgeous, even in this white and red kind of Larry-ish colour scheme. One thing I will say right from the start is that these bars are very strange. Supposedly they've been sort of brought out and lengthened for manoeuvrability reasons. The noise that this thing makes. What a gorgeous noise, what a gorgeous burble. Torque, we got around 70 pounds-feet of torque and 145 horsepower, although as I said, at the moment we're in wet mode, so we're just sort of getting to know the bike a bit, and then when I get a bit more used to it, I'll start to open up the taps and put it into sport, and possibly, if I'm feeling really brave, put it into race mode. Oh, and it's got a quick shifter. That's one thing I forgot to mention. It's got a quick shifter, something which doesn't really come standard on a lot of bikes nowadays, but does on this. Ducatis of old have always been known for being really fucking horrible to ride in terms of riding position. They're just so aggressive and so kind of, they don't take any prisoners. But this, bloody hell, what a change. I feel quite relaxed. My arms, it's not too much weight over the arms, but I still feel like it's nimble and tight.
Yes, you are tight like a tiger.
Well, these standard exhausts just kind of vibrate your head and your bollocks all in one time. It's fucking amazing. Right, let's see what this thing does in sport mode. Okay, it doesn't want to adjust it on, I think the reason why is it doesn't want to adjust it on the fly. Let's pull over. Let's see if I can adjust it. It's a safety feature probably, so you don't cause an accident. There we go. Right. Yeah, throttle response is quickened up. A bit more aggressive throttle. We've still got the traction on. This is good, this bike. This is really good. And it's pin sharp as well. Those lengthened bars really allow you to open it up and then attack corners. It's absolutely lovely, this bike. Perfect amount of power. No need for any more. It's an adrenaline rush, I'll give you that. and kids wave at you. You feel like you're solving crimes, saving children from burning buildings. Let's solve that somehow. Kickstand, there's nothing to grab onto on the kickstand. These exhausts, even if they're standard, they sound so good. Oh, sounds so good. It puts you in touch with like what you started off riding for. That you know, sensation, that buzzing sensation, and it just gives you this thrill that you sort of can't put your finger on. You can't put your finger on why it's good, but it just feels great. It feels really nice to ride. It'd be really interesting to compare this actually to the 1199 and see if the 1199 still has that buzz. I imagine it does, but is it a usable buzz? I think that's the thing about this bike, which is so good, which is the fact that you can actually use it. You can, and you can get on the throttle and you can hammer the throttle all the time, and it's fine. It's no problem at all because it's not too powerful. I'm not saying that it's slow. I'm not saying it's sluggish by any means, but it's just not too much. And I think a lot today, there's a lot of bike manufacturers which are just going a bit too far with the power. What a lovely beast! And I have a feeling, actually, even this riding position, it wouldn't tire you. Like it's not that bad. Because I think it's the bars. Because the bars are quite wide apart and probably quite high. Actually, I don't really know, but they don't feel too low at least. I don't think it's going to be that tiring a ride. So if you wanted to take this on tour, you know, go up the Alps on it, oh, please do. Please bloody do. Because if I'm ever up there and I hear one of these going past, I will wait to see it. So up front you've got the Showa big piston forks, you've got Brembo brakes. On the rear you've got a Sachs rear shock, you might have seen it earlier, it's a side mounted rear shock. So the components on it are very good, very high quality components as well that they've gone for. They haven't gone for cheap stuff, which is nice to know. And I'm happy to report that I think the build quality is fantastic. You know, there are a few things like the bottle hitting that's a bit fucking stupid. The levers are a tad big, the bars may be a bit long and stuff like that, but actually in terms of overall quality it feels pretty plush, it feels pretty good, pretty premium. And another great thing about this bike is the service intervals are a lot further apart than previous Ducatis, which is showing that they care about their customers. They want their customers to believe in their product, believe in the reliability of their product, which is good because it means that we save money on servicing, and you get to ride your bike for longer before it goes in the garage. Well, before it goes into the garage. Whether or not it goes into the garage for other reasons is well, I haven't ridden a Ducati for long enough to know how good the long-term reliability is, but it's good to know that at least the maintenance schedule itself has been lengthened out, and you know they've improved durability of their components at least, so that's good. Plus point for them. Oh, what a lovely experience. Kind of sad to give it back, really. I think the nicest thing about this bike is it doesn't encourage you to be a knob. You just want to ride it for the pleasure of riding. So there you go, 899. Lovely, lovely bike. Lovely. Not too much. Not too aggressive. Just right. Just right. Well done, Ducati. So I join you again. It's a Ducati Fest today, isn't it? Ducati Meat Fest. So yes, I join you now on the 1199S Panigale, which is the middle of the range. So you get the standard 1199, the S model, which is the one I'm riding here, and the R Now the R is supposedly quite a brute. Oh, I can tell you one thing, the sound is even more. You've got an extra 300 cc's on this, and already, this is only in wet mode, I can feel this pure raucous engine underneath me. It just feels so alive. You have to admit, you feel like the bollocks on this thing. Oh, again, you've got the quick shifter, but on this bike in particular, you've got electronic suspension. One thing that's noticeable as well is the dash is different. You've got a colour dash on the 1199, which is it's very nice. What I'll do is I'll just take the opportunity, show it in sport. So now, basically now it's in sport mode, we get all the power, but the aids are still on. So that in conditions like this, I imagine, you don't end up making yourself look like a knob on the side of the road. Oh my god! I tell you what, this thing has got a shitload of power. It is an absolute fucking animal, this thing. Oh, I love it! I love it! That is so typical. It's fucking smoking from the bottom. I think it's set itself on fire. Oh well. Marcassini light wheels, Öhlins electronic suspension on it, Brembo brakes, single-sided swing arm. You may have noticed on the 899 they actually went for a twin-sided swing arm, and that was due to popular demand of it being much more stable feel on the rear. But actually, I've got no real complaints of the rear stability on this. Not a massive fan of that rear exhaust guard that looks a bit hideous, but apart from that, I mean, this is a fucking animal, this thing. Absolute animal. It's such a brute. And it just goes like stink. It goes so fast. I mean, I'd love to get this thing on a track somewhere where you can really use it. He loves it. He loves it. He looked at it and went, whoa, me wanty, me wanty. Oh. I don't know if you can hear anything else apart from this bike at the moment, but I certainly can't. It is so loud. Oh! 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 The 899 is possibly one of the best bikes I've ridden this year. It's really great. You can use it every day, and you would love it every day. But the 1199, oh, because of its brutishness, has won my heart. Oh my god! The way it coughs and splutters and goes, no! Keep me on full chat! Keep me on full chat! It's so aggressive around town. But I really don't think if you want an easy time you should use this as a road bike. You really shouldn't. I mean, it can't really be used every day. I wish it could. I really wish it could, but it's a lot like the RSV4 in my opinion. You know, it's much the same. This is a full-on race bike that wants to kind of go fast everywhere, and you just can't. You can't, not unless you want to, you know, if you want to keep your license at least. But some of you out there may not be looking for that. Some of you may be looking for a bike that you can just toy with. You know, you can have a play on the weekends. And if you want pure exhilaration on the weekends, get one of these. Or an RSV4. So, there you go, guys. I think the the review really is finished. I'm just going to have a fucking whale of a time on this till I finish, I think. But I think the review from me is really done. I think the answer to the question, what's better, the 899 or the 1199, really depends on what you use the bike for. I think if you're going to be using it every day and you want to use it every day, the 899 can do it all day, every day of the week, and still give you some pretty good times on the weekend. But I think if you want a bike that just puts a massive, massive, ginormous, gigantic grin on your face, the 1199, it's got to be. Oh, do I have to give it back? One last one. If there is a God out there, please find me a way so that I can afford that bike.